Okay, welcome to a little introduction to the Smite Pro League and my expectations for the first week. This is generally for players that don't know where to vote, and I'm going to give you a little bit of advice on where I'm probably going to vote with mine. I'm going to say probably, I am going to vote with them, so I'll be copying you. In terms of if you copy me, I'll be copying you. So, let's have a little look through the game of week one and see what's going on. Do we see the other weeks as well? Oh my god, all the weeks are on here. How cool. Well, I'm not going to do all the weeks right now, but we'll just start with week one. And we're going to put my points. Some of the games I know and I've already been looking at. And we'll go back to week one right at the top of the shop and talk about which games we expect to go which way and probably why. Now, game one is Titan versus London Conspiracy. I'm currently going to side with Titan. Titan were the EU team that went to Worlds and finished second there at Worlds. So I'm still going to give them the benefit of the doubt this time round up against London Conspiracy. London Conspiracy very, very strong right now. I think they're probably a little bit underestimated by everybody. They were very, very new in the first split that we saw, and they were still finding the legs together. Obviously, Suntouch moved back into the jungle. Aero joined the team. The duo lane of Shaggy, Shenkin, and Milsey, very, very strong. Snakeskin, pretty safe in that solo lane for the most part. London Conspiracy are quite a strong team. I'm just going to side with Titan because things coming out of their camp that I understand. I think Titan may have some tricks up their sleeve this season, and I can't really see them losing this. I can see them going 1-1. I can see them going 1-1 potentially, but I'm just going to side with both of them going to Titan for my first game of the day there. Cloud9 up against Denial Esports. Denial Esports, they're not bad, Denial Esports, but they're not as strong as Cloud9. We know that Cloud9 were the world champions of Season 1 Smite. I can't go away from them right now. I still think Cloud9 have a lot in the tank for themselves. On top of that, they just missed out on a LAN, and they're going to be ready for action because of it. They're going to be upset, and they're going to be salty about that, and so they're going to come out firing on all cylinders to have a great start to Season 2. So I'm going to side with Cloud9 for both those two games up against Denial. Next one down, let's have a little look at Saturday here. Trig Esports versus Fnatic. This is really tough. This is really, really tough. It may not seem tough on paper, but let's just go from past results. The most recent result, they played each other at LAN. Fnatic won those games 2-0 it was, because it was a best of three. Fnatic won, and there wasn't much to really talk about with Trig. Trig didn't perform at the LAN at all. Are they going to be on dying graces here? Potentially. I don't think that's the case, though. I think Trig will probably come back out really, really strong after the mistakes they made, correct a few issues. There was still a growing team with Trig Esports as time went on. Fnatic, though, is like the old guard of EU and so strong, so you can't discount them. Your points, honestly, to go super safe and make sure you win one game, probably put both into Fnatic. That's my advice. You'll at least win one, potentially both of those. If you're not so sure, and you think Trig will pick one, I'm going to probably put my points this way round, honestly. Put 1 point into Trig for the first game, because I think they may come out all guns blazing, and then Fnatic will come back. That's how I feel that's probably going to go in that one. It's going to be close. Every single game between these two teams has always been close between the two of them. Like I said, if you want the safer option, go for 2 points for Fnatic, because I can't see them losing both games. Fnatic are very, very strong at the moment, and Trig Esports have got some soul searching to do that they're probably working on right now. But my vote's probably going to go Trig for the first game and Fnatic to come back. Stepping into TSM versus AFK. At the moment, I've got it TSM 1, AFK 1. AFK won the recent LAN event over in Atlanta. They performed very, very well at the end of the split. They did a really good job of getting themselves into the final and took some big games off TSM, also beating out some top EU teams as well. So I can't discredit AFK Gaming, but I don't think TSM will be very, very excited by how they performed. And maybe they just didn't enjoy the LAN experience as much. They looked a little bit shaky. It appears to me that TSM are this team, they don't perform to the highest standard at LAN every single time. But when they get online, oh my goodness, do they get online. Safe option here, honestly, safe option to guarantee something is probably put 2 points into TSM. That's your safe option. I don't see TSM losing both games, even though AFK did look very, very good. My personal vote, though, is I can't discredit away from AFK Gaming. I think AFK Gaming have got a shot at taking a game still off TSM. And off the back of how the performances went last time, I'm probably going to put a point into AFK. I'm not sure which way round I'm going to do this, but it's going to be TSM 1, AFK 1 for me. The safer option would be pick TSM because you're guaranteed to at least win one, I feel, in that one. Next one, Enemy Esports up against Team Eager. Team Eager looked ridiculously strong right now. I think Eager are probably one of the teams of NA that have come up out of challenges and are looking very disgusting. If I had to choose this game, and I think I'm just going to go this way, I'm going to just put both points into Eager. Not to discredit Enemy Esports, I think Enemy Esports do have a pretty good, solid lineup. I just think Eager are just on another level. They're scrim buddies with AFK Gaming, which we all heard about, and the way AFK performed, well, Eager definitely helped them get there, and at the same time, if AFK is helping Eager, then Eager's going to be up there and challenging for the top spots. The North American teams think this themselves as well. I'm going to put 2 points in Eager there. Mainly because I expect them to at least win one, but they could win two. Yeah, easily they could win two in this one. Check into Sunday now. We're going to see Upcoming Stars up against Epsilon Esports. Epsilon is a team. If you don't know Epsilon, you'll get to know them quickly. I'll tell you that now. Epsilon are a team that didn't make it to Season 1 based off a bad performance during the qualifiers. They did very, very well up until the very important final matchup and then went down. They had a few issues with player connectivity and such, and it cost them big. In the challenger scene, they've been unstoppable. Look back at what happened to Titan, formerly known as Agilitas, back in before World Season 1. This is the team that did exactly what Titan did that year, and at the moment they're on to winning ways. Their lineup is very, very strong. And after the performances at the weekend of watching them, Epsilon 3-0'd their opponents with flying colours. Upcoming Stars had some issues with the challenger team that they were against, and so that could have gone either way, honestly, for Upcoming Stars. I think Upcoming Stars are going to grow this season. I don't think they're going to be as low down as you think they are, but they didn't look good last week. Will things change by this Sunday? I don't think it'll be changed enough to stop Epsilon from winning this. So I'm going to put both my points into Epsilon Esports there. I think the Epsilon boys are hungry, they're passionate, and they want wins. They want some glory to catch up based off what happened in the first split. So it's not a surprise with that one. Next game, Team Dignitas versus Night's Watch. Now this one to me is really close because Night's Watch looked better. I'll be honest, Night's Watch looked a little better than I expected them to against Spicy Waffles. They're starting to get the synergy there, whereas Team Dignitas nearly lost to the Pappies. And the Pappies did a fantastic job for themselves. Dignitas didn't look all that strong then. Will they come out firing on all cylinders this time round? Yeah, I think they will. But I think I'm going to probably go 1-1 here, and I'm probably going to go that way round. I think what may happen is that Night's Watch come out Game 1 firing on all cylinders and beat Dignitas, but then Game 2 Dignitas come back. That's what I'm going to expect, is Dignitas like, okay, step up now, we've done our mistakes, let's move on, get back to winning ways again. I don't think Dignitas look great. And they played Pappies, and Night's Watch defeated Pappies on a multitude of occasions, a couple of occasions, if I remember correctly, from the challenger scene. So if you just go off those, then you're going to be seeing that, honestly. I don't see anything else. There is news actually about the AFK game. If I forgot about that one, I'm going to quickly go back to this one for a second because I just noticed it as I was recording it. Is that we're not going to actually see Allied for this game this weekend, I believe, because he's going to be away. So I'm actually going to change that vote there. I'd probably change it to you guys to go 2 points into TSM for safety. With Allied being away, that could really be a linchpin of AFK gaming that's missing. They're going to have to use a substitute that game. When you've not got a full rest, it's going to be difficult to take wins off big teams like TSM, who are very, very strong online. At LAN, they look a little bit shaky here and there, but online they're very, very strong. So, anyway, back down to Night's Watch versus Team Dignitas. Like I said, I think Night's Watch will come out firing, and Team Dignitas won't expect them to be as strong as they are, but then Team Dignitas will come back into it, make it a 1-1. And finally, last game of the week, Cognitive versus Legion of Carrots. These two teams are very, very interesting. Legion of Carrots, I believe, are what they were called Legion all season, and now they've added carrots to the name. I'm just going to quickly check that because I didn't actually realise they changed to carrots as well. Why would you change to carrots? That makes no sense. I'm just quickly checking this one out now. Now, the Cognitive boys... Yeah, it is Legion. So Legion with well played DJ Pedicus, Adoro, Panda Cat, and Pain Divion. One of the top teams. They finished second overall in the Challenger Cup, did Legion of Carrots. They look very, very strong there as well. I don't think they were relatively weak. They did lose pretty much every single week against Eager, though, so they're not the top challenger team, but they did compete against Eager, so that's one thing to watch out for. If Eager start going on a winning streak, don't be surprised that Legion could take games off the same sort of teams that we saw Eager take games off, so that's not a surprise. The boys on Cognitive, though, I mean, Mirkok, Homife, Horrywind, as well as Jigs, I think these guys are very strong. Can they outperform the enemy of Legion of Carrots? I think they can, but I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be close between the two. I'm actually going to say keep an eye on the Hunters. The Hunters is where it's going to be at between these two teams. I think that could be the make or break for this one. I'm probably going to go 1-1 here. I'm not sure which order I'm going to go, but it's going to be 1-1. Let's have a little look at season ticket week 1. I'm not very well known for my predictions, I'm just going to let you know, but if these work out, maybe it's just going to give you some advice and you'll probably get at the same points as me at the end of the season if you keep voting the way I'm going to. I'll keep doing these week on week for you guys. Hopefully it'll help out some players that are not too interested in the Pro League or need some little more background information on teams going forward about how they've already been performing in past weeks and such, and we'll keep going through stuff and giving you advice on where to throw your votes. Leave feedback and follows on YouTube if you want to. Obviously, leave feedback at the bottom if you don't agree with my opinion. I don't care. It's my opinion. I'm a loud one.